that your brain can't tell the difference between reading something and actually living it? That when you read the word cinnamon, your brain literally smells it. Yeah, this isn't poetry. This is neuroscience. Science is revealing something that stopped me cold. Reading stories doesn't just entertain you. It rewires your brain. For years, researchers believed reading mainly activated two language regions in the brain, Broca's area and Wernicke's area. Just language processing, just words. But the neuroscience of reading now shows us something completely different. When you read sensory words like lavender, coffee, cinnamon, your brain doesn't just decode meaning, it activates your olfactory system, the system responsible for actual smell. Not imagination, activation. In one study, participants reading words like perfume and coffee showed brain activity exactly where smell is processed. But when they read neutral words like chair, nothing. Your brain literally simulates reality. Now here's where it gets even crazier. Metaphors, things we think are just figurative, actually trigger physical responses in the part of your brain that processes information related to your five senses. The sensory cortex. When people read, the singer had a velvet voice, or he had leathery hands, their sensory cortex lit up. But when they read neutral words, something written plain, like the singer had a nice voice, nothing. So metaphors don't just make stories more interesting, they help us feel and understand ideas. And it goes even further. Read about someone running, your motor cortex fires up. Read about someone being betrayed. Your emotional regulation centers light up. The same ones activated by real heartbreak. Reading is not passive. It's embodied simulation. But the most powerful effect isn't sensory. It's social. When you read fiction, your brain activates the same networks used to understand people, what scientists call theory of mind. That's your ability to understand emotions, predict intentions, and step into someone else's perspective. When you read complex characters making hard choices, you're not just being entertained. You're practicing empathy, building emotional intelligence, training your brain to understand experiences it's never lived. Stories don't just simulate experiences. They simulate human connection. I've learned this in both my research and work with clients. The brain is not just a passive receiver of language. It's a full body experience generator. Whether you're writing a novel, a blog, or even a caption, if you use sensory details, active verbs, concrete imagery, you're not just telling people something, you're making them feel it in their bodies. You're activating their brain, their senses, their emotions. You're creating identification. And that's powerful. Reading fiction isn't only an escape from reality, it's training for it. So the next time you pick up a story, remember, your brain isn't just reading, it's living it. So tell me, what's the last book that generally changed the way you thought? Comment below, I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, self-mastery mates, take care of yourself.